Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is personalized paw prints. Now this is to follow up with my last video, which was just ordinary paw prints. So I'm going to start off recapping a lot of the information I had in the last video in case you didn't see it. So first of all, I take my 7/32 inch black backed copper foil, which is my favorite, and I'm cutting it in half lengthwise, and then actually I think I cut a lot of these in quarter lengthwise, and then I am wrapping my small cabochons that I bought, and I will add ingredients in the details page so you will know what I used. Now, because I'm making magnets this time to put on my refrigerator with my little pets inside the little heart, I can use these that are backed with paper. So that's a really handy thing because they're easier to find than the clear ones. Now to wrap the wire, I like to support these little glass circles with copper wire when I'm making these. And there's lots of tools you can use. You can find something in your household that is the right diameter, like this pen, or you can buy special tools that will make it easy to make these perfect circles. So these are some special tools that you can buy. These are actually called baling pliers, and they come with like lots of different sizes you can choose from. Or you can get the style that only has one size. It's really up to you. So they have also the straight type of tool that you can use to wind your circles around. So that's really handy. So you can get perfect circles. Don't wind around too many twists because your copper wire will just break, and then you can solder them together. But it's easier if they're all attached. So I have my perfect little circles that fit my pretty glass cabochon shapes, and I am now tacking them in place with solder. So I want to have them stay in place before I add the heart shape to it. So now they're all attached, and I attach the heart shape to the center of the four little paw circles. So you kind of like hold them in place, and yeah, it's out of the screen for a second, but you can imagine what I did was just touch that the solder to the point of the heart. And then I'm wrapping the additional wire around the heart itself. Now I use that 22 gauge bare copper wire. I like that gauge for something like this because it's strong, but it's still very bendable. So if you use something, you know, like a 20 gauge or 24 gauge, you're going to find that it's that the 20 gauge is a little bit too stiff and not as easy to bend, and the 24 or 26 gauge would be like too thin and it wouldn't be as strong. So this isn't an easy compromise. Is why I chose the 22 gauge. And I'm soldering the back and the front of this so it all stays together. Now when you're soldering these little pieces, because as you notice I didn't wrap the foil around the glass that much, I just kind of like went around the edges and then burnished it flat so it was nice and smooth and stuck on as well as possible. You don't want to heat up the glass too much, because if you heat it up a lot, the foil will just kind of pop off the glass, and then you will have to start all over with a different piece of glass, or you can clean off the glass that you have and then refoil it. So, you know, that's an option. Now I have at times, I think later on I will show you, I have at times just added solder to the top and bottom, and the solder itself will, if you kind of overlap the glass a little, will hold the circle in place, but it's not an ideal answer to the issue. So here again, and you can see that the heart itself, I didn't cut the foil as thin as I did on the little ones. So the heart itself is probably like half of the width of the 7/32 inch foil, whereas the little glass pieces are a quarter of the width. So it's really, you have to use your own judgment on how wide the foil needs to be. You can also tell that it's definitely black backed. You can see that black line inside of it. And that's because I'm going to patina these black. And I don't want that copper to show. If I had used like regular copper colored backing, if you're going to have it copper colored, then that's fine to have the copper on the inside. But I didn't want, I wanted to have it black. So in general, I just buy the black back stuff and I use that for everything. Because I figure even if it's copper patina, it's okay if the inside's black. But definitely do not want the copper inside if I decide to go with black patina. So, it's really up to you. And it also comes in silver backing. So if you really like the silver color of the actual solder, and you want to leave it that color, then you might want to option you might use the option of having the silver backed. I have never wanted to do that yet, so I just buy the black backed. And I do find that the Studio Pro brand that I will detail is not that expensive, and it sticks really well. So that's why I use that brand. Now these are kind of opalescent. I mean, they kind of shimmer a little, as you can see. They're not really AB, which is that Aurora Borealis glass that kind of reflects different colors. Whereas this one's more, these are ovals this time. These are more clear, kind of like gems. They're really pretty, and they make a nice choice. So you can get glass in all different types. So these particular ones are the ones before were actually transparent all the way. They were not backed with paper. So for a magnet, you can choose either way because you're going to be attaching it to, putting it on your refrigerator or something. See, that one just popped out, so I have to put it back in. So you have a choice of whether you want to hang them up or in your window, or you want to use them for magnets, whatever you want to do. My other video shows how you can put a little loop on the wire as you go and hang them up. But for this one, I'm just making magnets. So I'm trying to do a little bit on each one so I don't heat it up too much and make it pop out of the foil. And then I'm wrapping this one around with the heart. And the hearts that I have listed in my detail page there's a variety of sizes of hearts. So you can, if you have like variety of pets, you could use different size hearts and glass circles or ovals for the different size hearts if you wanted to, which is kind of fun to have a variety. So I'm trying to heat up the little paws. Oh, see that one right there fell out. You can see that little shadow there. The glass actually fell out of the foil. So as you can see, it's kind of a pain. But this time I just kind of added extra solder to the bottom and the top to hold it in place. So it's not really held in place any longer with the foil. So it's just kind of globs of solder overlapping the glass that's going to hold that one in place, which isn't ideal, but it's either that or take that whole part out, clean out the foil from it and then start over. You can see some of these in this picture are the ones that I were hung up. They weren't magnets, and I ended up just pouring a little bit of the patina right on them, which wasn't ideal, but my spray bottle was clogged at that point. So you can see that it's very nice having this black color. This is one of my cats that I have taken a picture and adhered to the back of it. And now I am using some silicone glue. There's lots of different glues you could use. And I am actually attaching one of these powerful magnets that you can get onto the back of it. These little like button magnets. And I'm using that to hold my magnets onto the glass. So that's actually 100% silicone in a little tube for that. And then I just let them sit and dry for a few hours, and then my pets are all done. So thank you for watching, and it's just fun to have little magnets personalized of your favorite pets. Thank you. Bye.